Now what? If anything happens to Willie, so help me. Okay. What are you... Okay. Where are we going? I'm still following you, Willie. Alright. Okay. Now what? It's a strange noise for carpet. Okay. To this room. Alright, now what? Oh, more blood. Okay. Let me guess. Left? Left? No? Right. Okay. I'm here. Proceed. Lead me. Dude, where are you taking me? You're walking me all over the place. To this door. We could have just walked to this door in the first place. Am I still following Willie? Yes, I am. Oh, was this the room I tried confronting Diane in the first place? Must have been. It's her office. Might be clues in the office. Perhaps. Oh god, the camera. Alright. Let me guess. That room? Why guess? Alright. Now where? God, how fucking long is this thing? I guess we're here. Oh, no. To the bed. Okay. What am I doing? Am I just searching? Are you stuck? Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh, there's a red sapling. Sapling. Is it sapling or sapling? Sapling. Oh.
Willie, are you out there?
He got locked?
Kaysen, what are you doing in there?
York, is that you? Thank
Yeah.
God. I can't get this door open. Can you unlock it from your side?
Kaysen, stand away from the door.
Was that necessary? We could have just... Oh! Ooh! Somebody was having a romantic relationship with Diane.
Where's Diane? And what are you doing here?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
Well, let's just say I have my reasons, you know, private reasons. I don't really have to tell you, do I?
Actually, you do. Diane just died a moment ago.
Yeah.
What?
You can't just drop news on
You're not just
him
a
like
key
that.
witness now. You're now a suspect. And you need to tell me exactly what you were doing here.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
I just
Fucked her.
came here to talk with Diane. To have a conversation.
And I suppose that kiss mark on your cheek is from your conversation.
Yes, we make conversation with our lips pressed together.
This was
And
just a
sweat.
spur-of-the-moment thing.
Which is exactly what killed Diane.
Okay. I came here to be with Diane. You happy now?
So you did, fucker.
We've been together
Whoa.
before, a couple times. It's one of the reasons why I like coming to this town, see?
Oh.
This time is no different. I bumped into her in a bar in Seattle. I had some holiday coming up. Well, so I just took it and I drove her back here. I have a wife, you know, but we've been separated for a while. We're going through a divorce right now, and I don't want her lawyer finding out.
That's not cool, Kaysen. Okay, why are we
Anyway,
staring
how
at him?
could I kill Diane if I was in a room locked from the outside? 2 hours ago, me and Diane, we were taking it easy, drinking upstairs. We were, you know, enjoying ourselves. Then Nick had to show up.
Oh.
Well, then Diane had a sudden change of heart. She locked me up in here.
Oh boy.
I've just been here, waiting for her to come back, of course, but she didn't. I heard footsteps a couple of times, but they just passed by.
So Kaysen sounds
Well, then I
innocent.
couldn't wait anymore, so I let Willie here out through the window.
You brought your dog to come watch you fuck.
Then you showed up instead of Diane.
Zach, Diane has become the third victim of our killer.
Yep.
And nada from questioning Nick. Nothing. Got no new leads from questioning Nick. He's taken the death of Diane really badly. In shock, the works. He claims to have liked talking with her about art. But he also had a problem with her views about men. He says that they argued, but not at a level that would lead to a murder. They were about to head out to the bar again together. But while he was waiting for Diane, someone knocked him out cold. He has no idea who it was, either. Of course, Kaysen looks like a prime suspect. But that door was locked from the outside. There was no other way in or out of that room. Which means there is no evidence of his involvement at this time.
He probably didn't
He
do
did say
anything.
something else. The footsteps he heard outside the room were not heels, but a man's boots.
Yep.
And Nick was wearing boots.
So was George.
But now that Diane's dead, no one can back up Nick's statement. Which is why we have Nick in custody and have to let Kaysen go free. That seemed like the only option, at least for now. One more thing, Zach. George looked terribly depressed. I guess this case is really getting to him.
Huh, yeah, no.
He's fully
That's not it.
responsible for the deaths of Becky and Diane. Take his rules and confidence away from him? I wonder what's left.
The killer.
Well, of course, he'd still have muscle.
I think George is the killer. So, Diane is now dead, which now leaves the twins the only ones connected to Anna. The twins and, Colleen, or whatever the hell her name is. Wow. I'm fucking rich. I gotta go spend it on new suits and shit. Gotta get all my stuff cleaned and look nice and all that crap.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
Sure.
What is it, George?
Are you gonna confess you're the killer?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Sure.
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
A bar? Now that sounds like a good idea. Zach, what do you think?
I think we should talk to him.
George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
Let's go with George. Let's go for a drink. Like, why would I not select the option to progress in this game? Like, why is the game giving me the option to not do that?
George, that scar on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing?
Doubt
I used
that.
to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
I don't think that's what he got.
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother. She did it.
Oh, that's a little dark.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history.
She did.
The world
I
is
killed her.
flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims.
Sounds like a good lead for you to be the killer. Rough childhood. And now you gotta take it out on people.
He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why.
Wow. I guess that was
And
from
it
asking.
didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Into a peace sign?
Please, Mama. I won't do it again.
Ooh.
That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely the killer. If you're
Tree
not,
punishment
holy
was
crap.
definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back. Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing. This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you.
What a
And
bitch.
me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
Wow. It's pretty bad.
I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why. It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
No, it's called
But
child
now,
abuse.
You have the power to protect the weak.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks for hitting me.
York,
George.
I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I?
Yes.
And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive.
I
could have saved them both.
Well, technically you did save Diane, but
No.
yeah, you shouldn't have killed Becky.
It's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
Almost.
I invited you to this bar for a drink,
And to murder you.
but I guess this bar is my confession chamber, and I wanted you to listen.
So you wouldn't assume I was a
tell you.
killer.
Well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders. York, I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on.
You sure you will?
You'll have my total cooperation.
Are you sure?
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be. You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town.
Although I don't have a drink.
And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks.
I
I
could.
do feel a little better.
I think he might not be. I think he might still be hiding something, and I do wonder if he is the killer. I do wonder. What do you have to say?
Since we're here, why don't you talk to a few other people?
Sure,
I'll just finish off my drink.
you do that.
Let me know before you leave, okay?
Sure. All right, cool. So let's talk to. Oh, Carol, that's her name. Carol. Let's talk to Carol. Haven't talked to you yet. You're probably the
Hey,
next
Carol.
victim.
Becky is dead. Diane, too.
Let's not ease into
Got
this.
Nick in custody as a suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
How do you know?
I know. Carol, you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
You're not showing it to her. You're looking at it. It's facing you.
I'm busy, gotta go.
That was the most awkward conversation I've had all night with anybody. What the fuck is this even about? Do you also wear the same dress every day? I think you wear the same dress every day. You should probably get that washed. Just saying. It's not good for your shows. Is that Nick? No, that's not Nick. Of a white Christmas. Oh. Of you. Oh, God. Oh, the lip syncing. It hurts. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, the singing is actually pretty decent, but, like, the lip syncing is terrible in this game. Oh my god, this is painful. This is very painful. Also, the guy who's playing the piano looks like a skeleton because his eyes are so black. Like he might as well just be dead. Maybe that's the irony of it all. Is your song a hint? Is it relevant to the story? Should I remember these lyrics? Seriously, why is his eyes so dark? Why do you look like that? What the fuck is wrong with you? Nobody looks like that normally. That is scary. It's like he never sleeps. Like he just plays the piano forever and ever. Alright, that was a creepy fucking experience. So there's Carol again. Can I talk to you? My brother is at the sheriff's department, isn't he? Oh, Nick's her brother. Poor guy having to watch over Nick who didn't even do anything. And the cat just decided to play with the crinkle bag at the most inopportune time. Are you playing the piano, sir? Because I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. I can also not walk on stage. I don't hear your piano. I think you're a liar. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Observe. Just one of the regular patrons not involved in the case, I figure. Okay, I think he's just going to say that about everybody. Probably. Yeah, probably. Can I... Ooh. Can I go in here? Let's go into the kitchen. Ooh. Can't do anything in there. What's this? Stabilizer. Okay, so toolbox. Alright, so I got some stabilizer. This is a dressing room, I guess. What is in here? Oh! These. Take 2 hours to get cleaned. Let's get these cleaned. And we'll get this cleaned. Alright. So we're getting all of our suits cleaned. It's going to take a little while. That's fine. So there's no other point of me being in here. Dolly's playing in her crinkle bag. Observe. Door leads to a storage room. If we're going to have a drink, I prefer the counter. Where does this one go to? Probably shouldn't try to get in there. How do you know? Alright. Let's save. Just in case anything crazy happens. Okay. Let me guess, it's not going to let me in this one either. The door to the bathroom. You won't need to go just yet, do you, Zach? Actually, I don't, so... that's a good thing. George, are you ready to go? Oh, who's that?
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
Who's that? Who are you?
Zach. Emily is already a goddess of the
Oh,
forest.
it's Emily.
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
Oh, she's cute.
Why is she here?
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose.
And fuck each other.
Is this a
Threesome.
problem?
No, of course not.
She looks cute.
Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
Yeah, he
I'm
needs to go
afraid
kill
I've
people.
already had enough. And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
He's probably like, I can't look at how beautiful she is because I'll want to kill her. I still have that vibe about, like, George just being a really, like, weird guy. Like, he'd be the perfect guy to be a
I
murderer.
think George likes you,
I don't know.
but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into. It's a thing of the past.
You do realize that nothing ever changes as far as the liquid in your drink, right?
Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school. But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
He's way older than you.
Moved to this town alone.
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working. Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him.
And your
My
mom?
mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
Was? Is she dead?
Past tense?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
Aw.
gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school. She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
What the hell is it?
I'm sure she's
A
very
leaf?
proud of you.
You guys are rocking in the same notion. It's freaking me out.
I had a good time tonight. Good night.
See you tomorrow.
I'm...
York.
Yes?
You're gonna kiss. You gonna kiss? Maybe? No?
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
Who's to even say that we're lying? You just lied to 2 kids, and you're worried about me lying, and that crack in the wall's glitching the fuck out like crazy. And she vanishes just like that. Okay. So now I have to go to the hotel. I need a good car. I don't want this car. Looks like I don't have a choice. Alright. Guess I'm just going with it. Alright, so. At least I'm full on gas, that's a good thing. Let's speed this up a little bit.
There was another really bad one around this time of year. 3 years ago. Remember that? Yes, that's right. That one. Multiple homicide, same MO. Across Utah, Colorado, and Missouri. The victims were all average married housewives. But after being run over so many times by a car, they didn't look human. 5 victims in 2 months in the 3 states. The way he killed them was always the same. But aside from that, there was nothing that linked the victims together. Well, they were all married. But age, race, nothing else matched up. Tire marks and fragments of paint ID'd the car that was used. That's where things got really tricky. The perpetrator used a 1993 model Cadillac Alante as a weapon. It was registered in the name of one senator. No, I don't feel like talking about this anymore. That senator's basement. I wish I could forget what I saw there.
Are you done? Okay. I didn't want to interrupt his wonderful conversation. He talks a lot. You know, when you don't really want to hear him talk. He's got to write his report on a typewriter.
Zach, let's go over our progress.
Okay.
From what Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house, Nick and Diane became our primary suspects.
Okay.
There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane.
Right.
Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed.
Okay.
We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our 3rd victim. The 3rd victim,
I don't think he did it.
was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest.
I didn't notice that.
However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes. Do you remember what that was, Zach?
This.
That's right. Diane was still alive. This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed. Which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene.
It was George.
There are 2 possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other.
George.
Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Him.
That's
But
right.
I don't think it was Kaysen.
We followed Willie, good dog, all the way down.
We followed Willie, good dog.
As follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery. The 2 were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement. did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
Footsteps.
That's it. The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day. Which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room.
Well,
Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious. We saw the rest.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
No. Not at all.
Me too. Usha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach.
Well, yeah, she was spitting them out when she was
This
talking.
confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer.
Yep.
Remaining leads. There's the locket, which is in Carol's possession. The man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign. There's a lot left to answer.
I still think it's
I hope
George.
the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow.
I'm going to safely go ahead and say it's George. Given his very dark past, his lashings on his
What
back.
did you think about George pouring his heart out?
I thought it was a
I
cover-up.
was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy.
No, it's him buttering up to
And
you.
he called me York instead of Agent Morgan.
He wants to date you. Next, he's going to invite you over his house for a movie. It's Diane. She wants to fuck you. Ah, yeah! Yeah!
What's going on?
Not Diane. Sorry,
You know what
Emily.
time it is?
I meant Emily.
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
And I want to sleep with you! Say it!